On Decoded, we always try to explain aspects of inequality in America and across the world. Since society is pretty unequal, we tend to not celebrate the positive steps forward as often as we criticize the negative steps back. But this Thanksgiving, let's talk about some good things that happened this year. Number 1, more insured Americans. The number of Americans without health insurance dropped by 7 million people in 2015. It's been 5 years since the Affordable Care Act passed, and the numbers of people getting insurance are proving healthcare is a human right, not a luxury. Number 2, increased trans visibility. Besides Caitlyn Jenner, 2015 has had increased awareness for trans people and trans issues. TV shows like Transparent and Orange is the New Black have won tons of awards and also made history. Politically, 2015 saw the first recognition of trans people during the State of the Union, and recently, the Congressional LGBT Equality Caucus announced a new task force dedicated to transgender equality. That being said, there's been more violence against transgender people in 2015 than any other year on record. So while we should be thankful for the increase in visibility, we should also be aware that there's a lot more work to do. Number 3, Ta-Nehisi Coates winning the National Book Award. Between the World and Me is Coates' letter to his teenage son about living in fear because he's a black man in America. In Coates' acceptance speech, he said, "I can't secure the safety of my son. I just don't have that power. But what I do have the power to do is say, you won't enroll me in this lie. You won't make me part of it." The Black Lives Matter movement is working to tear down this lie of black men and criminality, and Coates' book is a good place to start to understand it. Number 4, widespread college activism. Unfortunately, incidents of racial harassment have become more public with anonymous apps like Yik Yak. But after student protest at places like Colgate and University of Missouri, there's a new wave of activism happening on campuses across the country. This week, Brown University just announced a $100 million investment to address racism on campus. Social media has given young people voices in ways they haven't experienced before, and it's really exciting. Number 5, more diverse television. Between popular sitcoms like Fresh Off the Boat and Blackish, and dramas like Jane the Virgin and Empire, 2015 has had more people of color on TV than we've seen in a long time. Viola Davis became the first African American to win the Emmy for Best Actress in a Drama, and Aziz Ansari is talking racism in Hollywood and calling attention to TV's Indian representation on Master of None. We're finally getting back to the 90s level of diversity on TV, and it's a breath of fresh air. And of course, number 6, same-sex marriage legalized nationwide. I can't believe it took so long, but this historic decision is something to really be thankful for this year. And since same-sex marriage became legal in June, around 96,000 same-sex couples have been married, contributing an estimated $813 million to state and local economies. Not that we need a monetary reason to celebrate, but seriously, same-sex marriage benefits everyone. Activists kind of rocked it this year. We all just want humans to be treated equally, and it seems like more and more people are getting on the same page. So keep fighting the good fight and have a happy Thanksgiving. With the holidays coming up, you could end up having some slightly uncomfortable conversations around the dinner table.
But don't worry, we're here to help. Here are 8 comebacks for transphobic relatives over the holidays.